So now is time again for me to release another irrelevant video that probably no one will watch. But I feel like talking about it, and like most other videos I make like this, there's a solid chance that I just make this and don't upload it. There are like 7 videos that are just kind of there. They have full footage and audio recordings, I just kind of didn't release them. Regardless, today I'm going to be complaining about something which has no way to be fixed as of right now. So let's get into it. Today's subject of my irrelevant complaints that nobody cares about is the Leopard 2A4 OTCo, which is really infuriating to me, and I know I'm a bit late and it's already been an entire update and the next update's already queued, but it's less so because I'm like hating on the OTCo or the update. It's just because it's showing an annoying trend to me. I understand that OTCo was added as like because it kind of needed to be. France lacked the top tier premium for a while. The problem with this is that MSC was added in the exact same update and Gaijin just refused to make that the premium, which is infuriating because there were a lot of unique things you could have done for the top tier premium for France, and especially because the MSC has multiple variants. There were multiple Leclerc prototypes, and you could have easily slipped in like the variant of the MSC with the later autoloaders that would get like the full 5-second reload. It's very possible that Gaijin could have just done that and it would have gone over a lot better. My main complaint with the OTCo is that it's a copy and paste vehicle, and it's a Leopard 2A4, which, don't get me wrong, the Leopards are good, but the way that they added this Leopard was possibly the most bland version they could have ever thought of. For starters, it's literally the exact same as the 2A4. Like, there is no difference, unlike Sturzvan 121, which gets different smoke grenades, or the Type 90, which is a different tank entirely. This is just a 2A4, which isn't bad, but France already has a 2A4 in the tech tree, and there isn't really a reason to get another one. And the problem with the 2A4, in my opinion, is that it dissuades people from playing France, which is, in Gaijin's eyes, apparently everything that hates on France is a good thing, but as a France main with top tier, I just kinda am disappointed by this edition, because it doesn't sell the tech tree in a good way. Like, it sells the tech tree with the Leopard, which, number one, isn't even the most fun vehicle of this tech tree, and there are better ways to sell the tech tree. Like, previously the Samoa was the main selling point for France, and that was a good selling point because it was a unique vehicle, it was very powerful in the right hands, it was skill based, it's pretty decently balanced, and it reflects the tech tree in a good way. It reflects its BR of 7.7 with the auto-loaded tanks. The problem with OTCo is that it doesn't really have anything to reflect, which is an error within the French tech tree itself, especially in the later BRs, simply because their strategy was to develop the Leclerc. But there were a multitude of ways that we could have gotten better results. One of my main complaints with the French tech tree is that one of their most well-known tanks, the AMX-30, isn't properly represented as a premium. So I know that pay-to-win players aren't always a good thing, and the whole shebang about I hate premiums, I'm free to play, something like that. I grinded the entire French tech tree with nothing but premium account and the FL10. And from my experience, I absolutely would have bought something if there was something worth buying. My issue with the AMX30 is that none of the premiums carry the 20mm, which is a very petty thing to be annoyed about, but it's one of the main selling points of the AMX30 that I think Gaijin really forgot to take advantage of. Just a single variant of the AMX30 as a premium that just has the 20mm, even if it was a copy and paste, would probably do better than the OTCo right now, simply because the OTCo is a Leopard 2A4 that if you wanted a Leopard as a premium, you could go to Germany, which is where the Leopard is from, or Sweden, where they have the goated Leopard modifications, or even Japan, where their Leopard off-brand has a 4-second reload. This is bland. And it's part of the worrying trend of Gaijin kind of giving up. It's not that I don't appreciate the existence of a high-tier premium for France. It's just that they had other options that might have worked, and it's part of the down-spiraling trend of Gaijin just kind of throwing everything everywhere. They're putting the Hornet into the UK next, which is, it's fine, but it's just the Hornet. And this was with the Harrier T10 as well. The Harrier T10 in the British tech tree was almost identical to the Aviate BNA. It is actually worse than it in most situations, although it does have paveway 3s, which I guess that's cool. That's about it though. And Gaijin just adding progressively worse variants of things isn't helping their case at all, and it's overall just making my favorite tech tree a bit bland, and it's happening a little bit more. It's slowly creeping up on everyone else, which it hasn't been super bad so far. Like I said, the 2A4 is by no means a bad tank. It's just that it's unoriginal and it's starting to make me annoyed. And if I had the choice of replacing the OTCo, I would probably port some kind of MSC variant on top of it. It's just that all of this tech tree gets completely misrepresented just because there isn't a good thing to portray what France high tier is like. The United States' premium is the Abrams. The Germans, their premium is the Leopard. The Russians, they have premiums for both. They have the T-72 and they have the P-80 UE1. The British, they get the Challenger 2 OES, which technically isn't a pack vehicle, but technically is, and I have it. And then they also have the Challenger DS. Japan gets the Type 90, which I would fuss about if it wasn't a unique tank. It's not just a copy of the 2A4, it's an auto-loaded thing, it's unique, and it represents the Japanese high tier very well. It's the auto-loader stuff. And even China does an okay job at representing their high tier. They have their MBT 2000 port, the Al-Khalid, or you could go with the ZTZ 96, which isn't a pack, but it's still very well representative. And even Italy now, in that same update where they added the OTCo, I believe, the Certezera was added, which the RGO was okay at representing, but the Certezera represents the MBT line, which makes it just a good representation. France has a 2A4. It doesn't work. It doesn't fit here. The BR that it's representing is a BR that Gaijin completely wrecked anyways. The MSC got moved to 11.0, so they can no longer compete in the same rank as the 2A4, which defeats the entire point of adding MSC. And I am pissed as hell at Gaijin. But considering they've destroyed several other French lineups before, there isn't a whole lot I can say about it. My main issue is just that Gaijin is making the OTCo here because they just kind of needed filler. And filler is necessary sometimes, but the more original filler is, the better it's received and the more money you can make. So even from a Gaijin standpoint, putting in something like an MSC with a 5-second reload could have been really beneficial. But instead we got the exact same thing as the German tech tree, which isn't even a good representation of the French tech tree, because the French are weird, nobody copies the French, and the French copy no one, and they have a completely unique gun with their own ammo, and they don't use the ripoff L44, and it just creates disparity between what the French tech tree you're buying into looks like and what the French tech tree that you're actually trying to get looks like, and I just think that's kind of annoying. Anyways, long rant aside, it's not horrible. My experience with the 2A4 NL was pretty good. I just wish that there was a better option for the people who really like the French tech tree like I do. They love the Leclercs and the AMX30s 20mm, but the thing is they just don't have a good option to grind all of this with something that they actually enjoy. Not to discount OTCo or 30 Super, it's just that they aren't very well representative of what's in the tech tree. My suggestion would just be an MSC premium and some weird AMX30 clone. Copy and paste would just honestly be acceptable here because of the fact that they kinda don't have a whole lot to go off of. But yeah, that's my issue. Really, any other issues with the French tech tree are gradually getting patched over time. Like, the AA disparity is going through right now as well with the SAMP-T. I just wish that Gaijin would stop annihilating my precious tech trees lineups because I cannot enjoy 6.7 France anymore because it's 7.0 now. I cannot enjoy 9.7 anymore because it's freaking 10.0 now. I cannot enjoy anything. Why, Gaijin? This was the only BR decompression I found at least somewhat acceptable. I always thought it was weird that they were on the same level, but I'm still annoyed. Okay, end of rant.